Hello, in our digest we discuss the most important news from the stock and cryptocurrency markets. So, the most important and the most discussed news for today is the flash crash of Bitcoin, who fall down by almost 20%, and the impeachment of Donald Trump. On the 24th of September, the price of Bitcoin at high volumes sank to $8,000. For the first time since mid-June, Bitcoin dropped below $9,000, and all this happened less than in 2 hours. Losses of some altcoins at this moment reach 30 or 50%. As a result of this collapse, the amount of open position on the BitMEX exchange fell almost by 200 million in just a few hours. The last time such values were recorded during the flash crash on the 17th of May. At the same time, long positions worth $640 million were eliminated from BitMEX. And Bitcoin critic Peter Schiff has already predicted the asset will fall further to 400 and below. And his opponent Anthony Pompilano said he bought the dip. And the hash rate of the first cryptocurrency network fell more than 30%. So Summer Analytics says that it is the purpose of Bitcoin flash crash. And I also want to note that the correlation of Bitcoin hash rate charts and the movement of its price has been noted by a few analysts before. Other analysis connects this flash crash of Bitcoin with unjustified calls of traders in BACT. Trading of Bitcoin futures on the BACT platform from the operator of New York Stock Exchange started on the night of Monday, the 23rd of September. And according to the observations of analyst Alex Kruger, on the first day of Bitcoin futures trade volume on the BACT platform was 75 times lower than on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange for the same period. But in general, the analyst is convinced that BACT will continue to the institutionalization of the market. Nevertheless, representatives of the regulated exchange do not lose optimism. In a conversation with CNN, BACT CEO Adam White expressed confidence that over time new tools will gain popularity by becoming available among retail investors. And it's very interesting that at the same time, BACT CEO Kelly Loeffler listed 3 reasons why this event should be seen as an important milestone for the entire cryptocurrency industry. One of them is reliable and regulated infrastructure, the second one adoption new technology based on digital currencies, and the third one is the rapid spread of innovative management practices and the transfer of digital value. But it's not the only news that concerned investors on the market. Leading stock indices began to grow after Donald Trump's intention to cancel taxes on more than 400 goods imported from China. And these exempted products range from printed circuit boards for computer graphics processing to dog collars, laminated wood flooring and miniature for Christmas lights. Apparently, Americans breathed out and began to purchase all these Christmas decorations, so indices began to grow. But on a serious note, it's still not clear who suffered most, US citizens or China, and the parties will meet in coming months in Washington during a new round of negotiations. But on the contrary, the House of Representatives has begun impeachment of Donald Trump. Amid this news, the stock market opened sinking, and there are many opinions regarding to the current situation. We will discuss them, but a bit later. And the impeachment procedure jeopardized the conclusion of trade peace, and investors fear that the Chinese side will not want to sign the agreement on the current conditions, and especially while Trump will be threatened with impeachment. The trade war situation was developed literally in the last day, after Bloomberg reported the Trump administration is discussing ways to limit the use of American money going to Chinese entities, so the China stocks sink. And in America itself, there are 3 more important news. Firstly, workers at General Motors company factories announced a nationwide strike on Monday, which became the largest for the United States Automobile Workers Union in more than a decade. According to analysis, this will cost the automaker $50 million per day, and the stock price of General Motors company sinks down. 2 other events are about Apple and Google. So Apple is about to launch the TV Plus streaming video service, and sales of new iPhone models started on Friday. All this had positive effect on the stock price, and now there is a very interesting rivalry taking place between Apple and Google. A presentation from Apple recently took place. The world saw 3 new iPhones, a MacBook and iPad, and few other interesting products. And on the 15th of October, a presentation by Google will be held in New York. that will show a new generation of Google Pixel smartphones, the Nest Mini smart speaker and the new Pixel book. And Pixel smartphones can hardly be called a mass product because their annual sales are half less than leading manufacturers' quarter sales. But do not forget that these smartphones from Google and laptops appeared recently and is only developing. In my opinion, at this presentation, it will become clear which developing vector the company has chosen for the coming years. And on the 20th of September, Google announced that it will invest $3.3 billion in expanding its data centers in Europe. At the same time, data centers will be environmentally friendly. Investments will make it possible to generate electricity in Europe, the USA and South America. Thus, Google announced it on the 20th of September, and it is very symbolic, because on the 20th of September marks Global Climate Change Day. But let's get back to world of cryptocurrencies, because the leaders of this flash crash was among altcoins. In the top 10 it were Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV and EOS. They collapsed by more than 20%. At some point Bitcoin SV dropped by more than 30%. And I would like to draw your attention to two more important news on the altcoin market. The first one is connected with Hedera Hashgraph, because Hedera Hashgraph publicly launched their beta. The developers of Hedera Hashgraph POS blockchain have launched a beta version of their mainnet with the claimed bandwidth of 10,000 TPS and 26 decentralized applications. Network performance will gradually increase, and their beta exit is planned for the beginning of 2020. It is a very interesting project with a very promising technology, but the source code of this project is still closed. What's more, the project token has recently been listed on 3 exchanges. And last but not the least, the two main Korean cryptocurrency exchanges delisted all anonymous cryptocurrencies. The delisting is caused by fears that these coins are used for money laundering, as well as the need to comply with FATF requirements. So this trend of delisting anonymous cryptocurrencies that has begun during this summer now continues. And now I think that Upbit is not the last exchange that delisted all these anonymous cryptocurrencies. So that's all for today. If you have any question, comment below this video. Please like this video, subscribe our channel. Goodbye.